Sebastian. Hey there, Entrefluencers. Welcome back to the Entrefluential Life Podcast, our Numbers and Narratives edition, the show where purpose-driven entrepreneurship meets smart business strategy. I'm your host, John Tanner, and joined by me, Joined with me tonight are the brilliant co-hosts, Stephanie Blaine, our numbers expert from Starlight Bookkeeping, and my son, Sebastian Tanner, our resident narratives expert.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be back. I'm really excited about today's topic. It speaks straight to the heart of creative entrepreneurs everywhere.
Absolutely. And if you guys ever feel like you're spinning 10 plates in the air at once, coaching, creating, consulting, speaking, then yeah, this one's going to be for you.
Exactly. And that sounds just like me. Seriously. Today, we're talking about money mindset and management for multi-passionate entrepreneurs like us. Being multi-passionate is not a problem. It's actually a power. But if your money systems don't support that power, guess what? It becomes chaos. So here's our focus today. What your money mindset reveals about your business behavior, how to design financial systems that serve all your passions, and how to avoid that all too familiar trap of being busy, but you're being broke at the same time. So let's jump right in. Sebastian, let's start with a definition. What exactly is a multi-passionate entrepreneur? And you can't say dad.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my first guess, but I guess I'll have to come up with something else. In that case, if I can't use you, my first choice, then a good second is going to be someone that is thriving on variety. They have diverse interests, multiple skill sets, and the courage to pursue more than just one calling. They see creatively as a lifestyle, not a job title. But that same creativity can turn into chaos when there's no structure. So you have to be careful with that as well. Many multi-passionate entrepreneurs struggle with guilt for not fitting the one niche mold, which it can be okay, but they think, why can't I just pick one thing? Their gift is their range of talents in reality. The challenge is to make that range sustainable. So if you have a business with, something along the lines of carpentry work or something like that, you should do ancillary work that complements it. Kind of like what you give me as an example for my garage door company. I can start offering some seasonal products as decorations for the garage door. Those little, it's almost like a banner that goes on the whole door itself, and you can decorate it with a Halloween theme or Thanksgiving fall theme or even Christmas themes. You should be doing things that are ancillary to what you're already doing within your business. It has to make sense.
Yeah, exactly. And behind the scenes, what I see so often is tangled up finances. So personal and business get mixed up together, multiple income streams start flowing into one account, and there's just no clarity on which project is actually profitable. And that's when people start feeling like they're hustling constantly, but not really getting ahead, right? So without a system, every new passion just kind of multiplies the stress.
So being multi-passionate doesn't mean that you should be multi-panicked, right?
Right.
So Stephanie, what's the solution to this dilemma?
So the secret is just seeing your career as more of an investment portfolio where each passion is its own asset and that portfolio needs structure to it. So there are three types of multi-passionate entrepreneurs. There's the simultaneous, which is running several projects all at once. There's sequential, which is pivoting or layering over time. And then there's seasonal, which is shifting focus cyclically. And each type of entrepreneur really needs a unique money strategy. And with everything we've talked about, starts with mindset.
Right. Okay, let's talk psychology here. Sebastian, what's happening internally that keeps so many multi-passionate entrepreneurs stuck financially? How come they're not doing what Stephanie just said they should be doing?
It oftentimes is starting with 5 mindset traps that we can put ourselves through. The first being, if I charge too much, then nobody's going to buy. I'll have no clients. You undervalue yourself because what comes naturally feels easy, so you assume it shouldn't be worth much. 2, I don't need to focus on money. I'm doing what I love. Passion is wonderful, but it can't replace profit. You have to love your work and price it properly. You do have bills to pay. I'll figure it out later is the third. That's the fast track to financial chaos. Systems now equal freedom later. 4, I can't afford help. Waiting too long to hire support keeps you small. Delegation is an investment in stability. And lastly, I need to control everything. Perfectionism disguises fear within your business. True control comes from clarity, not micromanagement. These 5 beliefs are really stories about your identity as the business owner. A lot of creatives think, I'm not good with money because they've tied their worth to artistry, not stewardship. The mindset shift is moving from, I'm a creative who happens to run a business at the same time, to, I'm a CEO who creates. Once that identity flips, financial systems stop feeling restrictive, they start feeling empowering.
Well said. That's great. All right. So basically, passion fuels the launch of a business, but a positive money mindset and some sound stewardship are what sustains it. Would you guys agree? Yes?
Yeah.
No?
So
All right. Let's get tactical here. Stephanie, how can somebody practically manage multiple income streams from these various multi-passionate projects that they're doing without feeling like they're drowning?
So I think that there are 5 foundational steps to this. The first one is separate your streams, right? Create unique categories or sub-accounts for each income source. You have to treat them like mini businesses to see what's actually working. Number 2 is budget per stream, not per month. Traditional monthly budgets don't really work for irregular income like this. So use project-based or quarterly budgets instead. Find what works for you. And then number 3 is apply the profit first method. We've mentioned this one before. Set up the 5 key accounts: income, profit, owner's pay, taxes, and operating expenses. You can do this for each stream, or you can roll them all up with detailed tracking. Again, kind of whatever works for you. Step 4 is forecasting like a CEO. So use a 12-week rolling forecast. This gives visibility into upcoming launches, slow season, or high spend periods. Number 5 is schedule money dates. Again, we've talked about this before, but meet with your own books weekly, review profitability monthly, and audit systems quarterly, because money needs consistent attention. If you don't give it consistent attention, it's just going to fall apart.
Excellent. I love all 5 of these practices that every entrepreneur could be doing in their business. And if they just embrace it, then they'll be thanking you, Stephanie, for this wise advice that you've shared. Thank you so much for that. Sebastian, what's the mindset that supports this type of structure that Stephanie shared with us?
It's about partnership with your money. Too many entrepreneurs are treating finances like an adversary or an afterthought. I tell clients that you cannot manage what you won't look at. Because how are you supposed to do that? When you build a rhythm, those weekly or monthly money dates that you're saying, I'm the kind of leader who checks in with my business, that builds trust with yourself and your company.
Yeah, and of course, we can't forget about the automation part of it. Use technology to invoice, transfer funds, track expenses, and monitor subscriptions. Automation buys back mental bandwidth, which multi-passionate entrepreneurs need more of than anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, systems don't kill creativity. They actually protect it. All right, now let's talk about the tough part. Knowing when a passion has run its course. Stephanie, what are the signs that it's time to pull the plug on a project?
So I think you know what I'm going to say. Look at the data, look at the numbers. If a project continually drains resources and never reaches profitability, or is consistently distracting from your core goals, then that's a signal. So you want to ask yourself a few questions. Is this stream financially or emotionally draining for you? Is it aligned with your 3-year vision, or even 1 year or 5 year? Is it nostalgia or is it genuine growth potential? The numbers don't lie, and we just have to trust that.
Awesome. Excellent. Sebastian, what's the narrative take on this?
Letting go it doesn't just mean that there's going to be failure tied with that. It's pruning. A wise man once said that every tree that grows must shed a few branches. Releasing one passion makes space for another to bloom.
That's very true. All right. So you can love an idea, but you can outgrow that idea, and it may be time to just put that one to rest. That's entrepreneurial maturity, I guess, if you will, in action. All right. Let's ground this with a few examples. Stephanie, can you give us a case study or 2 or 3 to put this into perspective for the audience?
Yeah, for sure. So I'll give you 3 hypothetical cases to consider. Case 1, let's call this the creative coach. So Jasmine, a wellness coach and a voiceover artist, went from chaos to clarity by using project-based budgeting. Once she separated her accounts and planned quarterly, she freed up enough money to hire help and finally launch her group program. Case 2, we'll call this one the serial side hustler. So Eric, a serial entrepreneur who sold vintage vinyl, that's tough to say, sold vintage vinyl, YouTube channel, and taught guitar, mixed all of his income in one pot. Once he tracked each stream separately, he discovered that 2 were profitable and 1 was a drain. The solution, he scaled back, doubled profit, and cut the stress. Nice. Finally, in case 3, we'll call it the purpose-driven influencer. This is Maria, an influencer, author, podcaster who assumed all of her ventures were thriving. But once she worked with a bookkeeper, she saw her coaching program was bleeding cash while her affiliate deals were thriving. So by realigning focus, she doubled her income and regained balance. And the main point behind each story is that clarity isn't restrictive. It's actually quite liberating.
Those are excellent examples, Stephanie. And thank you for sharing those. I think I liken myself to entrepreneur number 2. Except I've never sold vintage vinyl before, but it sounds fun. It reminded me of a movie with John Cusack, like back in the 80s. All right, let's wrap this up with something practical for our listeners. Sebastian, would you mind telling the listeners about the tool that we created?
Yes. It's called the Passion Plus Profit Map. It helps you list all of your income streams, track revenue and expenses per stream, and evaluate which ones deserve your focus. Think of it as a dashboard for your multi-passionate empire. From the mindset side, it helps you visually separate who you are from what you do. You realize that you don't have to choose between your passions. You just have to choose priorities within them. You can download the Passion Plus Profit Map free inside the Numbers and Narratives workbook at entrefluencer.club. The link will be in the show notes, like we always say.
That's awesome. This reminds me, before we conclude our show today, that once a month, at the beginning of every single month, I do a review of all of my businesses. So I have Coleman Tanner Consulting, Coleman Tanner Realty, Coleman Tanner Financial, and the Entrefluencer Training Company. And so each month I look at all of the key performance indicators or KPIs for each business. Now, some of these businesses, like the Entrefluencer Training Company, is a cash drain for me. It costs me money. I'm not making money on it yet, but it's something that I'm investing in for the future, and I just enjoy it. Right. It's a passion project, right? So I'm okay with it operating in the red. And that may be okay for you too. Like, let's say you wanted to start a magazine, like I did. So I have inside of the Entrefluencer Training Company, a part of that is the Informed blah, blah, blah. I can't speak tonight. The Informed Entrefluencer Magazine. And so I call it TIE for short. The TIE magazine is operating in the red, but I love it. And we just released its 2nd issue, which you guys know because you're featured in it. And that's a project that a lot of people start off with operating in the red. And then at some point in the future, it starts building momentum and it could generate revenue. So I think you just have to ask yourself, you can give yourself space to run a passion project in the red, but you got to know can you afford to do it, right? Can your other businesses cover the cost of that passion project? And you should look at all of your businesses, like on paper, segmented to see how each one individually is performing. I think that's helpful. That's what I do in my business once a month. And I think that, I mean, just as a bird's eye view, and it's been helpful for me. I think it might be helpful for people who are doing the same thing.
I think that's a great point, right? I mean, it's all about alignment and your values. If that's what makes you happy, I think the whole point is just knowing, right? It's about separating those extremes and just knowing and then deciding for yourself, right? Having that purpose behind all of it. That's the main point. It's just not going in blind. And I have 4 income streams, but who knows which one is doing the best, right? That's no good.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
you can't
have
blind.
some that are damaging you, and you don't even realize it. Especially in that case where you have 4 streams of income, you're not just relying on the one. So if it's damaging you, you're bound to find out real soon, real quick. But if you have 4 different streams of income and one of them is really suffering, especially like we speak about, if certain people are avoiding the numbers, then you might have to cut that off entirely, or just make some adjustments.
Yep. If the market's not willing to buy the thing that you're doing, that product or that service, then why are you doing it? Again, if it's a passion project and you love it, you just want to do it because that's something that you enjoy and you can afford to do that, then do it. Go forward. For sure. Go forth and conquer, young man or woman. But if you're trying to make money and it's not making money, it's costing you money, then that's something that you might want to prune, like Sebastian iterated earlier tonight.
Yeah, if it's not making you money, it's just a hobby. Hobbies are amazing. Like, it's great. You got to have something that you enjoy doing. Hopefully you love what you're doing for work, but especially as a business owner, I think you're also following that path in a way, right? Because when you're working in the corporate world and you're working just for everybody else, chances are you really don't. It's hard to find a job working for someone else that you love what you do, but when you work for yourself, you can do that. You can do exactly that. But it's also great to have a hobby if you don't, in particular, crazy infatuated with your day job, and it's not something that you want to do just like 24/7 for fun. I have fun at doing garage doors. For me, I can go on a day off and go and do a job, and I make some money, and it is fun for me. But it's good to have a hobby in that case, because as a human, you need hobbies. You need things that you enjoy doing. It's also good to take a break from work every now and then and do something else. So it can give you a purpose, but if it's not making you money, it is just a hobby.
Yeah. I remember 25 years ago when I was living in Jack's Beach with Ricky, I had my day job at a bank. I was working as a loan officer for Seaboard Credit Union. And at night I worked at Joe's Crab Shack. I was a waiter. I was dancing on tables, literally.
Like in the movie?
At a beach seafood restaurant.
The movie. There's a movie with there's a restaurant there's the same name.
You thinking about Coyote Ugly?
Yeah, Coyote Ugly.
I didn't want to.
So I was doing that, and it was beer money. It was like just fun, fun money. And it was easy work. And then the third thing that we did is Ricky and I went to bars and we played with other musicians. We performed. So I wasn't making any money doing that, but it was fun.
It was hobby. It was good hobby stuff. Yeah, because you enjoy it. If you can make a few bucks, it's okay. But sometimes it's just good to have something that you enjoy doing outside of work anyways. If it's not, if the work isn't also a hobby of some sort, then it's good to have something else. It's if you get to a point where you're only doing the business, you can kind of feel I don't know, not really stuck, but you feel bored because it's always the same old thing. It's good to switch it up and you feel refreshed. And then it's nice to have that,
So that just brought a movie to mind. Have you seen the movie Shall We Dance with Richard Gere and Jennifer Lopez? Okay, so he was a lawyer, and I think he was an estate planner because of the kind of work that he was doing in the movie, but I don't think they actually said that that's what he was doing. But me having a law degree, I can see where that's what it looked like he was doing. He was working as an estate planner. And he went at night and took dance classes with Jennifer Lopez. And it wasn't because he was trying to have an affair against his wife, who was played by Susan Sarandon. but he was just genuinely interested and looking for something to do because he was bored to death, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up getting super passionate about it and competed and won a competition. It was like super freaking awesome. Great ending, by the way. Like,
I need to go watch this movie now.
Yeah,
we saw that. I think we saw that with Grandpa a while ago. That's a good movie. We've definitely seen that. Yeah, that's a great example. It's cool to have something else that you do. It's not just like this one avenue of my life isn't the only thing that defines me. Like I'm not just just garage doors, or you're not just bookkeeping, and you're not just consulting in law and like everything. Like there's so many kind of like
layers.
In this episode, we talk about the layers of like you can have multiple passions in business, and sometimes it can be helpful or harmful. I mean, it's the same thing in life. You have so many different things that you like. Like I like books, and I like different types of books, and I
love books too.
Going to the gym and different kind of workouts. Like some people go there, they like CrossFit. Some people like bodybuilding. Some people like running. To go and hit the bag. Some people like running. There's so many different things.
Or Iron Man, right? Like
that's crazy. Triathlons.
Like, there's some serious clicks out there.
There's so many different things that you can do.
Stephanie isn't Iron Man. No.
I've been into running though. I've done some like half marathons and things like that.
What?
No,
wow.
You have marathons?
Yeah, I mean, it goes in seasons though, right? That's kind of what my thought is when listening to you guys talk about this is sometimes, you can get in like full work mode where that is your hobby and like you just want to hustle 24/7, like you're kind of saying with fashion. And then sometimes it's like, maybe I'll just kind of like do what I need to, and I need to go, explore some running, sign up for a race or something like that. I feel like it kind of goes in seasons and just ride them, right? Like, I mean, it's life.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. There's different chapters to our lives, right?
Yeah.
And so like in this chapter that you're in right now, you might be into running for this chapter. And then in the next chapter or the next season, like you said, you might be into quilting. I don't know.
Not this girl.
Nope. Definitely not. Wait till she turns 60, then we'll see.
She'll take some extra
seniors out there saying, let's wait. Give it another 20 years, honey.
Right.
I got your number, sweetheart.
Oh my God. You got him sitting over there with the crochet ready. Crochet ready to...
What was that, honey? Give it 20 years.
I will never.
She says, I will never.
She'll do pro bono bookkeeping before she touches the quilt.
She's going to start scrapbooking first.
Oh my God, that's funny, man. I like a more active hobby, honestly. I like something engaging. I like an engaging, like I'd rather go do some golfing, mini golfing. I like the driving range.
Yeah, that's fun.
Bowling is fun.
Haven't done that in a long while.
Putt. I haven't done bowling in a long time, but stuff like I like an engaging activity. And if you're just sitting there, I don't know, I go crazy. I can't just sit there. Sometimes it feels good to just unwind, and maybe I can, I don't know, crochet a necklace or something. I would never. But
I think we could probably say like Sebastian's ADHD based on his activities.
I have.
Which entrepreneur is ADHD? The one that likes crocheting or the one that likes bowling?
Really a personality quiz after all these episodes.
Right?
Oh my God.
We're gonna
watch
get
all 6 episodes.
Wait, that's debt service coverage ratio. My bad. The DISC. There's all these acronyms. It's like a alphabet soup, at some point.
The TEL personality quiz. Which entrefluencer are you more like?
Are you a Stephanie? Are you a Sebastian? Or are you a John? We're gonna create our own quiz.
Fantastic idea.
That would be so funny,
right?
That's hilarious.
Let's hire somebody. We have to outsource it because we have to take our own advice here and delegate.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to delegate that. That's funny.
All right, guys, let's land the plane. Our key takeaway is this: being multi-passionate is a superpower, not a flaw, right? Just look at us. All right, with structure and strategy, you can turn that creative energy that you have into some consistent income. Sebastian, what do you say? What's your final thoughts?
Moving from chaos to clarity, your creativity is going to expand, and so does your bottom line.
Nice.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Stephanie?
it's perfectly okay to own every passion, but lead each one with intention. You're not juggling all the balls like a circus clown. You're conducting a symphony like a musical conductor.
Like a conductor. I love that. Yes.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, being
all right,
intentional.
Folks. Thank you for tuning into the Entrefluential Life Podcast, Numbers and Narratives Edition. If you enjoyed it, I hope that you'll share this with another friend or family member who's an entrepreneur who can get value from this as well. And we'll see you next time for episode 7, How to Build Wealth as a Purpose-Driven Business Owner. Until then, keep leading, keep growing, and keep living the Entrefluential Life. Bye for now. Should I give our audience an applause?
Oh yeah. We're giving ourselves an applause. I hear it. I can hear it.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, guys. You guys are fantastic. I really enjoyed the show with you tonight.
That was amazing. That was another great episode. It's always fun with you guys. I'm excited to be back next week.